Deep within the silence of your abdomen, tucked away beneath the ribs, two bean-shaped organs are performing a physiological miracle every single minute of every single day. They are the unsung heroes of your internal ecosystem, filtering nearly 200 quarts of blood daily to keep your chemistry in perfect balance. Yet, despite their vital role, the kidneys are often overlooked until they begin to fail. We call them the silent sentinels because they rarely complain. By the time you feel pain or notice significant changes, the damage may already be advanced. Today, we are peeling back the layers of mystery surrounding kidney health. We will explore the subtle whispers your body sends when things go wrong, the biological mechanisms that keep us alive, and the definitive steps you can take to ensure these precious filters serve you for a lifetime. This is not just a medical overview, it is a roadmap to longevity, designed to empower you with the knowledge to protect the very foundation of your vitality before the silence turns into a crisis. To understand why the signals of kidney disease are so critical, we first have to appreciate the staggering complexity of what these organs actually do. Imagine a high-tech water treatment plant scaled down to the size of a computer mouse. Each kidney contains about 1 million tiny filtering units called nephrons. These nephrons are constantly monitoring your blood pressure, adjusting the levels of sodium and potassium, and producing hormones that tell your body to create more red blood cells. They even regulate vitamin D to keep your bones strong. When your kidneys are functioning at 100%, you feel energetic, clear-headed, and balanced. However, our modern lifestyle, filled with processed salts, high sugars, and chronic stress, puts these delicate nephrons under immense pressure. Because we are born with more kidney capacity than we strictly need, you can lose up to 60% of your function without feeling a single symptom. This is why understanding the mechanics of filtration is the first step toward prevention. We must learn to respect the workload of the nephron before it reaches its breaking point. One of the most common yet frequently ignored signs of declining kidney health is a persistent, heavy fatigue that sleep simply cannot fix. This isn't just the tiredness of a long day at work, it is a deep cellular exhaustion. When the kidneys stop filtering efficiently, toxins and impurities begin to build up in the blood. This condition, known as uremia, acts like a slow-acting fog over your entire system. Furthermore, because the kidneys produce a hormone called erythropoietin, which triggers the production of oxygen-carrying red blood cells, failing kidneys often lead to anemia. With fewer red blood cells, your muscles and brain receive less oxygen, leaving you feeling weak, cold, and mentally drained. Many people mistake this for general aging or stress, but if you find yourself struggling to climb a flight of stairs or concentrate on simple tasks, your kidneys might be trying to tell you that the internal pollution is becoming too much to handle. Recognizing this brain fog and physical heaviness as a systemic warning is vital. Beyond energy levels, your skin and sleep patterns serve as external mirrors for your internal filtration. Have you noticed skin that is suddenly dry, flaky, or intensely itchy? While we often reach for lotion, this itchiness, known as pruritus, is frequently caused by a buildup of phosphorus and other minerals that the kidneys can no longer clear from the bloodstream. It is an itch from the inside that no amount of cream can soothe. Simultaneously, sleep apnea and interrupted rest become much more common as kidney function declines. When the kidneys aren't filtering properly, toxins stay in the blood rather than leaving the body through urine, which can make it incredibly difficult to fall or stay asleep. There is also a strange connection between kidney health and fluid buildup in the lungs while lying down, which can lead to shortness of breath during the night. If your skin is perpetually irritated and your nights are restless, it is time to look past the surface and consider what is happening in your renal system. One of the more visible red alerts for kidney issues is edema or swelling, particularly in the lower extremities and around the eyes. Because the kidneys are responsible for maintaining the delicate balance of salt and water, any decrease in their function leads to sodium retention. This extra salt pulls water into your tissues, causing your ankles and feet to puff up. You might notice that your shoes feel tighter at the end of the day, or that socks leave deep, lasting indentations in your skin. Similarly, puffiness around the eyes, especially in the morning, can be a sign that your kidneys are leaking a significant amount of protein into your urine rather than keeping it in the blood. This loss of protein reduces the osmotic pressure that keeps fluid inside your blood vessels, allowing it to leak out into the surrounding tissues. If you press your thumb into a swollen area and the dimple remains for several seconds, your body is literally holding on to a cry for help from your kidneys. It is a topic most people find uncomfortable, but the appearance of your urine is perhaps the most direct communication you receive from your kidneys. Changes in frequency, color, and texture are primary diagnostic clues. If your urine frequently appears foamy, similar to the bubbles you see when whipping eggs, it indicates the presence of albumin, a protein that should never be lost in significant quantities. This foamy urine is a hallmark of a damaged filtration barrier. Furthermore, changes in color, such as urine that looks brown, pink, or red, can signal the presence of blood cells. This happens when the kidney's filters have been breached, allowing blood to leak into the waste stream. Even the frequency of urination, particularly needing to get up multiple times at night, can be an early indicator. While some of these changes can be caused by simple infections or diet, persistent foam or discoloration is a signal that the gates of your filtration system are no longer holding firm. Kidney disease rarely happens in a vacuum. It is almost always the result of other systemic issues that have been left unchecked. The two most common kidney killers are diabetes and hypertension. In diabetes, high levels of glucose in the blood act like shards of glass, physically scarring the tiny blood vessels within the nephrons over time. This is why managing blood sugar isn't just about energy, it's about structural preservation. Hypertension, or high blood pressure, works differently but is just as destructive. When the pressure in your arteries is too high, the delicate vessels in the kidneys must thicken to withstand the force, which eventually narrows them and reduces blood flow. It becomes a vicious cycle. Damaged kidneys can't help regulate blood pressure, which in turn causes more kidney damage. Understanding that kidney health is inextricably linked to your metabolic and cardiovascular health is the cornerstone of long-term survival. You cannot fix the filter without addressing the pressure of the fluid flowing through it. What we put on our plates every day determines the workload of our kidneys. The modern diet is a minefield for renal health, primarily due to an invisible excess of sodium and phosphorus. Sodium is a master at raising blood pressure, forcing the kidneys to work overtime to flush out the excess. Processed foods are particularly dangerous because they often contain hidden phosphorus additives that are absorbed much more easily than naturally occurring phosphorus in whole foods. This chemical load can harden the arteries and strain the nephrons. Furthermore, an extreme excess of animal protein can lead to hyperfiltration, where the kidneys have to pump harder to process the nitrogenous waste. Moving toward a more plant-forward diet, rich in antioxidants and natural fibers, reduces this acid load and gives the kidneys a much-needed rest. It is about shifting from a diet of taxation to a diet of nourishment, where every meal supports rather than stresses the filtration process. We are often told to drink more water, but for kidney health, the quality and consistency of hydration are what truly matter. Water helps the kidneys clear sodium, urea, and toxins from the body. Chronic dehydration increases the risk of kidney stones, painful mineral deposits that can cause permanent scarring. However, it's not just about what we drink, but also what we take. Over-the-counter painkillers, specifically NSAIDs like ibuprofen or naproxen, are surprisingly toxic to the kidneys if taken frequently. These medications constrict blood flow to the kidneys, and for someone with even mild, undiagnosed kidney issues, they can trigger acute failure. Smoking is another silent contributor, as it slows blood flow to vital organs and increases the risk of kidney cancer. Protecting your kidneys means making a conscious choice to hydrate thoughtfully, avoid unnecessary medication, and eliminate habits that starve these organs of the oxygen-rich blood they need to thrive. Because kidney disease is silent, you cannot rely on how you feel to determine if you are healthy. The only way to truly know is through regular clinical screening. Two simple tests can save your life: the GFR and the ACR. The glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, is a blood test that estimates how much blood your kidneys filter each minute. It is essentially the speedometer for your renal health. The albumin to creatinine ratio, or ACR, is a urine test that checks for protein leakage. If your GFR is dropping or your ACR is rising, it is a signal to act immediately. Most people don't realize that kidney disease is staged from 1 to 5. If caught in stage 1 or 2, lifestyle changes and medication can often stop the progression entirely, preventing the need for dialysis or transplant later in life. Knowledge is the most powerful medicine we have. By asking your doctor for these specific numbers, you take the steering wheel of your own health journey. In the event that kidney function does decline significantly, modern medicine has made incredible strides. We are no longer in an era where a diagnosis of chronic kidney disease is a hopeless sentence. New classes of medications, such as SGLT2 inhibitors originally designed for diabetes, have shown remarkable results in protecting kidney function, even in non-diabetic patients. Advances in dialysis technology are making treatments more efficient and less invasive, while transplant science continues to improve long-term outcomes for recipients. Furthermore, the burgeoning field of regenerative medicine is exploring ways to repair damaged nephrons using stem cell technology. While we always strive for prevention, it is important to know that the medical community has more tools than ever to manage, treat, and overcome renal challenges. The goal of treatment today isn't just survival. It is maintaining a high quality of life and ensuring that your story continues with strength and dignity. Your kidneys are more than just filters. They are the guardians of your internal balance and the silent architects of your longevity. They work without rest, without complaint, and without recognition until they can no longer keep up. But today, you have learned how to listen to their whispers. By watching for fatigue, monitoring your blood pressure, eating with intention, and insisting on regular checkups, you are making a profound commitment to your future self. Health is not a destination, but a continuous practice of awareness. Take a moment to appreciate the incredible work happening inside you right now. Promise yourself that you will provide these silent sentinels with the care they deserve. Whether it's drinking that extra glass of water today or scheduling that long overdue blood test, every small action counts. Keep your kidneys healthy, and they will keep you vibrant, balanced, and thriving for as long as possible. Your journey to longevity starts with a single mindful choice. Protect your filters and protect your life.